Burnout isn't something that happens overnight.
No.
So what did that look like for you?
Oh my goodness me. It was years for me in the making. And it really started for me when I was doing my clinical psychology doctorate. I was always somebody who put everything into my career. I had real perfectionist parts. I really wanted to do well. I had to do everything right. And I guess that was something that was okay and manageable using strategies like, I don't know, I kept on top of my stress by exercising. And that helped and that worked at the time. But it's only now that I realize that that was just putting a bit of a bandage over what was really going on underneath. And then I went into the NHS. I worked for however many years I worked. Again, the NHS is so wonderful if you need it, but the pressures and the demands on staff and the lack of resources sometimes, and I'm generalizing there, not every service will be like that, but the ones that I worked in, unfortunately had those issues, which just puts more pressure on staff. And then I had my first baby in 2018, and I unfortunately experienced birth trauma, and that led to postnatal depression. But that was undiagnosed at the time, which sounds a bit silly to say I'm a psychologist and I had postnatal depression and I didn't know that.
But that's so interesting because, with all the skills and the knowledge that you have, you were not able to see it. And we're kind of expecting a lot of new mums to be able to identify this without any of those skills and any of that knowledge. So it's so good of you to share that.
Yeah. And I think maybe, if it was closer to that time, that period of time, I wouldn't be able to share this. But because I'm in the place that I am now, I'm so happy to share it to help other women. Because I am really passionate about helping other women not get to the place where I got to. But I guess at the time, that kind of feeling where things don't feel okay. But everybody tells you, becoming a mum is really hard. You just keep pushing through and you tell yourself, and I have all my perfectionist tendencies, I've got to get this right. I've got to do it. This is just what it feels like. That's what I told myself. This is just what it feels like. And I've just got to get on with it. And it was only about a year later when I started to feel better that I could reflect and say that wasn't okay. How I felt was not okay. And there were so many things. I was tearful. I felt like at the time I hadn't connected with my son the way people tell you that you do, that whoosh of love as soon as you hold your child. I had absolutely had the pull to look after him and keep him safe. But I was thinking, people say that you have this whoosh and I've just not had it. It was like 2 months later, I was like, I still haven't had it. And it wasn't until maybe 5 months, and that was after I'd healed from the birth trauma, that I thought, oh my goodness, I really love my child. And I think there was something about, like, if I admit, and I think my husband could see that I was struggling a bit, but I thought if I admit that this is how I feel, then I'm failing as a mum. I am failing as a mum if I'm not just managing and just coping. And, those sorts of thoughts, they've come into my mind